Sar.
La Yashala.
La Yashala. Sar. Sar. Move that closer. Then you put it down in front of it. Grab that side of the way, sure. I imagine, which means to stand. Putty up down, which means to rise and face the east. Where we at? This way. That way. All right. This way is the east right here that we're facing. We're going to read the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malak.
Malak.
Tabah. Ratazad.
Ratazad.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Baharatazad.
Baharatazad.
Kawah.
Kawah.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Ethananaw.
Ethananaw.
Makam.
Lakam.
Ka.
Ka.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalakhlanaw.
Wasalakhlanaw.
Kawawafyanaw.
Kawawafyanaw.
Kasalakhnanaw.
Kasalakhnanaw.
Kawawafyanaw.
Kawawafyanaw.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Kabiyanaw.
Kabiyanaw.
Manasayawan.
Manasayawan.
Abal. Kawashayanaw.
Kawashayanaw.
Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Lakah. Hamalakwa. Wa'ala.
Amen. In English, our Father, which
art
in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy
Thy will be done.
In earth.
As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
A cop, the power in the Hebrew.
Can you see it? Right there.
Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Baba Kusha.
Baba Kusha.
Mathananaw.
Mathananaw.
Hakak. La Pa'a. Kal Makala. Kal Marawa. Hakak. La Tahal. Amatazariah. Hakak. Lahak. Hamath. Hakak. Awakawa. Tama'ala. Ba'ashem Yahushua.
The water Aman. In English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All men of sickness. And all men of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
The prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Baraklanaw. Wayashala. Wahab. Wayapsapar. Barak. Magun. Ba'ashem Yahushua.
The water Aman. In English, what we just said was Yahweh in the name of Yahushua. Bless us and Israel in the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones in the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha. Ayanya.
Ahahar.
Mayan. Gaba'ah. Izar. Ma'an. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemaya. Baharatazah. Al-Yathan. Amawat. Regal. Al-Yanawam. Shamar. Kana. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shalomar. Yasha'al. Yahweh. Shamar. Yahweh. Tazal. Al-Yah. Yamnika. Yalamam. Hashemash. La'ah. Yekaya. Wayara. Salaki, I said. Wayara. Malayala. Yahweh. Yashamar. Makalra. Yashmar. Afnapasha. Yahweh. Yashmar. Taza'at. Maita. Alam.
Aman in English. I will lift my eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. From this time forth and even forevermore. So be it.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Can you see it?
Kind of right there. I can. That's perfect.
Okay.
Alahaya. Al-Damayalaka. Al-Fakarash. Al-Shakwat. Al-Kayahana. Al-Yabika. Yahamayawan. Umashanai. Yashawa. Ya'ash. Al-Amika. Yarayam. Sawad. Wayatayai Tazawad. Al-Tazapawanya. Mawad. Nakawa. Nakaki. Goya. Ala'ad. Yazakar. Shamya. Aywa. Kaya. Nawai Tazawad. Ahad. Goya. Yakaraf. Wayashmaal. Hagar. Bal. Mamola. Alashab. Shabi. Tazawu. Yamashu. Nalawa. Zawawad. Maylawat. Salah. Asha. Hamadi. Kasayasa. Kayabi. Manachal. Yashmar. Shamad. Shayatamu. Oh, okay. Nashimad, Bayanda, Iowa, Lamam, Shayatamu, Nadiyabu, Kaira, Zabak, All say a company, Ashar, Mawah, Rashad, Nawa, Lahaya, Shayatamu, Gadu, Wash, Rakad, Kaash, Kalahab, Aryam, Dan, Radak, Shalom, Malanyahon, Kowan, Wayabakwash, Shamka, Yahweh, Bash, Waybal, Ayah, Wayabapar, Wayabad, Wayabad, Shamka, Yahweh, Bad, Yawan, Ratazah, Taman.
Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thy silence,
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace. And be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumble. And they that hate have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy head. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation. The name of Israel. May be no more remembered. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against the tabernacles of Eden. And the Ishmaelites. Moab, and the Hagarites, the Baal, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asa also is joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, as the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. So they became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a red. And like Zed. Yea, all their princes, as Zabad, and as Amunah, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh my power, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as a fire burning at the wind, and as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. Oh Yahweh. Let them be confounded in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that God, His name alone, is Yahweh, Art the Most High, over all the earth. So be it. Prayer of the blessings of the power structure in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, Wa Mayaka Allah, Wa Alahayim, Matazapya, Alawapyaham, Ha Surrender, Ha Katazayani, Ha Kayayawim, Wa Yahweh, Wa Shimi Awashah, the Wadaman. In English, bless you Yahweh, and Yahweh, and Micah, and the angels, commanding general, the captain, office, troopers, and the sister. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh, thank you. So be it. Sar, which means to turn. Yeshabi, which means to be seated. All right. We're in Genesis chapter 47, verse 2.
You sit down, you do.
Yeah, I ain't sweat. We'll make it work. Scoot over a little bit more that way, like shot. There you go. You're perfect. Genesis chapter 47, verse 2. Go ahead and clap it up for the Sabbath service, man. Picking up where we left off from last week, we're still reading about the story of Joseph. And it's concluding in these last few chapters that we'll be reading over the next couple of weeks.
All right, this is Genesis chapter 47, verse 2 in the Hebrew. Wamakwatazah, Akiwa, Ahwa, Hamash, Kamashah, Anashim, Wayatazagam, Lapanya, Parai. Verse 3. Wayamar Parai all Akua Ma'aish Yakum. Wayamar all Parai Rai Tazaan Ibadyak Gam Anaknawa Gam Abawaf Verse 4. Wayamar all Parai Lagawar Barataza what's that? Banwa? Yeah, Banwa. Right there. First word, second.
Banawa.
Banawa.
Mm-hmm.
Kaya, Ayan, Marai, Latazaan, Ashar, Yak, Kaya, Kabad, Harai, Barataza, Kanaim, Wa'aitha, Yashabwa, Na'a, Ibadya, Barataza, Gashan. Verse 5. Wayamar, Parai, all, Yabasat, Lamar, Abayat, Wa'ak, Yak, Bawa, Yak. Verse 6.
Wait, keep going. I'm about to scoop this up.
Arataza, Matazario, Lapanyak, Hawa, Bamaya, Ta, Harataza, Hawa, Shab, Abayat, Wa'at, Akiyat, Akayat, Yashabua, Barataza, Gashan, Wa'am, Yadai, Wayash, Bam, Anashya, Koya, Washamatham, Sharia, Makwana, Al, Ashar, Layat. Verse 7. Wayaba'a, Yabasa, Yaikwa, Abayawa, Waya, Madhawa, Lapanya, Parai, Wayabarak, Yaikwa, Parai. Verse 8, last verse. Wayamor, Parai, all, Yaikwa, Kama, Yamya, Shanya, Hayayak.
All right, this is Genesis chapter 47, verse 2. And he took some of his brethren, even 5 men, and presented them unto Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said unto his brethren, What is your occupation? And they said unto Pharaoh, Thy servants are shepherds, both we and also our fathers. They said moreover unto Pharaoh, For to sojourn in the land are we come, for thy servants have no pasture for their flocks, for the famine is sore in the land of Canaan. Now therefore we pray thee, let thy servants dwell in the land of Goshen. And Pharaoh spake unto Joseph, saying, Thy father and thy brethren are come unto thee. Verse 6. The land of Egypt is before thee. In the best of the land make thy father and brethren to dwell. In the land of Goshen let them dwell. And if thou knowest any men of activity among them, then make them rulers over my cattle. Verse 7. And Joseph brought in Jacob his father, and set him before Pharaoh. And Jacob blessed Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said unto Jacob, How old art thou? And shalom to all the brothers and sisters checking in. I see comments in the comment section on YouTube that we're live on. So shalom to all the brothers and sisters. Most High Christ. Get in my hand.
Sister Nizam Anah.
No, Most High Christ. Shalom. Sister Yahweh Shema Alakama Shemi Al-Shah.
Back to the Hebrew in Genesis chapter 47, verse 9. Wayamar, Yaquab, all, Harai, Yamyat, Shanyat, Maga warrior, Shalashim, Wama'ah, Shana, Ma'ait, Wara, War Ayam, Wara, what was that? Ayam? Wara Ayam, Hayawa, Yamyat, Shanya, Hayaya, Wala'ah, Hasha, Yagwa, Yamya, Shanya, Hayaya, Abahya, Bayamya, Maga war Yahom. Verse 10. Waya Barak, Yaquab, Parai, Waya Taza'a, Malachniya, Parai. Verse 11. Waya Washab, Yawasab, Abayawa, Akyawa, Wayathan, Laham, Akyaza, Barataza, Matazarium, Bama, Yatab, Harataza, Barataza, Ra'ai Mas, Ra'ma. You want to help me with that? Ra'ai Mas.
Yeah, Ra'ai Masas.
Ra'ai Masas. Kashar, Tazawa, Parad. Verse 12. Wayakal. Wayakala. Yawasa, Abayawa, so like Akyawa, Call, Bayat, Abayawa, Laham, Lapaya, Hatap. Verse 13.
You stopping at 15.
Wayaham, Ayan, Bakal, Harataza, Kaya, Kabad, Hara'ai, Ma'ad, Wakala, Arataza, Matazorian, Warataza, Kanai, Mapanya, Hara'ai. Verse 14. Wayalakwat, Yawasap, Kal, Hakasap, Hanamataza'a, Ba'arataza, Matazorian, Waba'arataza, Kanai, Bashabar, Ashar, Ham, Abayaram, Wayaba'a, Yawasap, Hakasap, Bayatha, Parad. Verse 15. Wayatham, Hakasap, Matazori, sorry, Ma'arataza, Matazori, Wama'arataza, Kanai, Wayaba'awa, Kal, Matazorian, all, Yawasap, La Amar, Haba, La Nawa, La Hum, Wala Ma, Namawa, Nagadak, Kaya, Apas, Kasap.
This is Genesis chapter 47 and verse 9. And Jacob said unto Pharaoh, the days of the years of my pilgrimage are 130 years. Few and evil have the days of the years of my life been, and have not attained unto the days of the years of the life of my fathers in the days of their pilgrimage. And Jacob blessed Pharaoh, and went out from before Pharaoh. And Joseph placed his father and his brethren, and gave them a possession in the land of Egypt, and the best of the land in the land of Ramesses, as Pharaoh had commanded. Verse 12. And Joseph nourished his father and his brethren, and all his father's household with bread according to their families. Verse 13. And there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very sore, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of the famine. Which, Salaki, if I could, very briefly, that's what's coming to this place, this country called America, right, which is spiritually Egypt. There was a famine in Egypt for years. There's going to be a famine here in America. There's fires right now in California. And Lord be with the brothers and the sisters in California. In the Isupk, the men, however, under Commander General Yana are safe. And there's winter storms, and there are tornadoes in the south and winter storms in the south. Georgia just had a storm. We just got over a storm. There's all types of famines and pestilence and natural disasters that are increasing here in the presence of America. Why? Because the Most High God is preparing for Christ's return to America for the salvation of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
We're getting prepared to be taken up into the chariots for our protection of what's about to happen to this place that has never been seen or recorded on the earth. There's going to be thermonuclear warfare that this earth has never seen. There's going to be famines and pestilences and diseases that this earth has never seen before. Why? Because it is prophesied of in the Bible for the salvation of our people. Without it being any kind of war waged on this country spiritually, then there will be only peace. And that peace is what hurts blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's why right outside of banks, I'm looking right outside of the New England National Bank that's right across from this central library here in downtown Kansas City. Everywhere you go downtown, all throughout America, all throughout this country, you see homeless people sleeping right outside of the downtown. Downtown is where the major commerce, is where the major tourism is in every single major city all across the world. That's how cities, that's why it's a city and not a town or not a rural area. Right outside the central bank, which makes trillions of dollars, billions of dollars There are homeless people that are walking up and down the streets of Grand and 10th and 12th Street right here in downtown Kansas City, the same way it is in your downtown. And without America suffering for their cruelty to poor people, then poor people will still multiply outside of your national bank, outside of your downtown. So those famines must happen. The destruction to America has to happen, or more, you will be outside of the national bank in your downtown. And that's the reason why Egypt suffered that famine, because they had poor people in Goshen and Canaan right outside of their city, and Egypt was so cruel to the poor, the way America is cruel to the poor. So God has to punish the cruel, or else you will never receive justice. Everyone understand? This is chapter 47, verse 14. And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they bought. And Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house. Verse 15. And when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, Give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth, which is another prophecy that's going to happen in America. Commander General Yohana and the Israelite School of UPK have prophesied since 1969 that there will be a day in America where you will pick up the phone to call 911 when you're in an emergency, and they will not respond. There's a day coming where money is going to fail. That day is right now, where you'll go to try to buy, but your money isn't good enough because the dollar have crashed, because America is falling, because Babylon is falling. That day is coming. It is coming to this place. The richest, most powerful nation to ever exist is going to happen to this place. Why? So poor people can get justice that sleep outside of your downtown. That's why.
This is Genesis chapter 47, verse 16 in the Hebrew. Wayamar Yawasap Habawa Makwanat Makwanyakum Wa'a Thana Lakam Bamakwanyakum Apas Kasak. Verse 17. Wayabya Awa Makwanyahum Al Yawasap Wayathan Lahom Yawasap Lahom Basawasim Waba Makwana Hatazaan Waba Makwana Haba Kwar Waba Kamarium Wayanahalom Balahom Bakal Makwa Nahom Bashana Hahawa. Verse 18. Watathan Hashana Hahawa Waya Baawa Al Yawa Bashana Hashanaya Waya Amarwa Lawa Nahad Ma'ad Naya Kaya Thum Hakasa Wama Kwana Habahama Al Adanya La'a Nasha'ar Nashara Lapanya Adanya Balakya Gawaya Nawa Wa'ad Dam the Nawa. The last word. Wa'ad Mach Nawa.
Wa'ad Damath Nawa.
Wa'ad Damath Nawa. Verse 19. Lama Nama Wa La'ay Yanyak Gam Anakanawa Gam out of Math Nawa Kona Nawa Wa'a out of Nawa Balakam Wana Haya Anakanawa Salaki Wa Adamath Nawa Ibadium La Parad Wa Dan Zarai Wana Haya Wala'a Namawa Waha'adama La'a Thasham. Verse 20.
22 is where you stop.
Kind. Wayakwan Yawasa Call Adama, Matazarium, La Parai, Kaya, Makara, Matazarium, Ayash, Shadahawa, Kaya, Hazak, Alahom, Ra'ai, Watha Haya, Rataza, La Parai, verse 21. Wa'ah, Ha'ain, Ha'ayira, Apawa, La'ayrium, Makwa Taza'a, Gabawal, Matazarium, Wa'ai, Kwatazahawa, verse 22. I'm stopping here.
22 times. You too out.
Rock, Adama, Hakahanyam, La'a, Kwana, Kaya, Kwak, Laka Hanau, it's like Laka Hanyam, Ma'at, Harai, Wa'akal, Kakwam, Ashar, Nathan, Laham, Harai, Al, Khan, La'a, Makorwa, Adamakum.
This is Genesis chapter 47, verse 16. Verse 16. And Joseph said, give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle if money fail. Verse 17. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph. And Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses, and for the flocks, and for the cattle of the herds, and for the asses. And he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year. When that year was ended, they came unto him the second year, and said unto him, we will not hide from my Lord how that our money is spent. My Lord also hath our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in the sight of my Lord, but our bodies and our lands. Verse 19. Wherefore shall we die before thine eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and we and our land will be servants unto Pharaoh. And give us seed that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate. Verse 20. And Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh, for the Egyptians sold every man his field, because the famine prevailed over them. So the land became Pharaoh's. And as for the people, he removed them to cities from one end of the borders of Egypt, even to the other end thereof. Verse 22. Only the land of the priests bought he not, for the priests had a portion assigned them of Pharaoh, and did eat their portion which Pharaoh gave them, wherefore they sold not their lands.
Now we're going back to the Hebrew. This is Genesis 47 and 23. Wayamar, Yawasap, Al, Ha'ain, Han, Kwanayathya, Akakam, Hayawam, Wa'at, Adamathyakum, La Parai, Hum, so like a Ha'a, Lakam, Zarai, Wazaraitham, Ha'adam. Verse 24. Wahaya, Batha, Wa'at, Wana, the thumb, it's like a Kam Yash, Yath, La Parai, Arabai.
That's right. You said it right.
Haya da Lakam Lazarai Hashada Wala Kalakum Wala Shar Baba Babathyakum Wala Akal Lata Pakam Lapatakum Lapat Lata Pakam. Verse 25. Wayamara Hakayat Nawa Namataza Khan Ba'ai Yanya Adanya Wahayayanyawa Ibadium La Parai. Verse 26. Wayasham Atha Yabasat Lachak I Hayawam Hazah Al Aramat Matazarium la Parai, la Hamash, Rock, Ada Ma, Hakahanyum, la Labadim, la Hayata, it's like, yeah, Hayata, la Parai, verse 27. Wayashab, Yashala, Ba Rataza, Matazorium, Ba Arataza, Gashan, Waya Kazakwa, Ba, Waya Pariawa, Waya Rabwa, Ma'ad, verse 28. Waya Chaya, Yaikwa, Ba Rataza, Matazorium, Shabai, Aishara, Shana, Waya Haya, Yamya, Yaikwa, Shanya, Hayayawa, Shabai, Shanyam, Wa Rabayam, Wama'ah, Shana, verse 29. Waya Rabwa, Yamya, Yashala, Lamawa, Waya Kora, Lababanya, Laya Wasa, Waya Mor, Wa Matazahya, Khan, Ba'ayanyak, Shanyam, Na'a, Yadak, Bakah, Yara Kaya, Wa'aish, Wa'ayash, Wa'aishaya, Aimadia, Kasad, Wa'amat, Al, Na'a, Dakwa, Baranya, Bama, Ba Matazori.
This is Genesis chapter 47 and verse 23. Then Joseph said unto the people, Behold, I have bought you this day in your land for Pharaoh. Lo, here is seed for you, and ye shall sow the land. And it shall come to pass in the increase that ye shall give the fifth part unto Pharaoh, and 4 parts shall be your own, for seed of the field, and for your food, and for them of your households, and for food for your little ones. Verse 25. And they said, Thou hast saved our lives. Let us find grace in the sight of my Lord, and we will be Pharaoh's servants. Verse 26. And Joseph made it a law over the land of Egypt unto this day, that Pharaoh should have the 5th part, except the land of the priests only, which became not Pharaoh's. And Israel dwelt in the land of Egypt, and the country of Goshen, and they had possessions therein and grew, and multiplied exceedingly. That's an important part to remember when it comes down to the Israelites. They multiplied exceedingly when they went into the land of their own, just like how we did in every other country we've been to. Multiplied exceedingly. We became a nation within a nation. And that's our history in this place. Everyone understand? Verse 28. And Jacob lived in the land of Egypt 17 years. So the whole age of Jacob was 147 years. Verse 29. And the time drew nigh that Israel must die. And he called his son Joseph and said unto him, If now I have found grace in thy sight, put, I pray thee, thy hand under my thigh, and deal kindly and truly with me. Bury me not, I pray thee, in Egypt.
Genesis chapter 47, verse 30 in the Hebrew. Washa Kabathya, Ein Abathya, Wana Sha'atnaya, Mamatazarium, Wakwa Baraknaya, Bakwa Baratham, Wayamar, Anakya, Aisha, Kada Barak. Verse 31. Wayamar, Ha-Shabai, Laya, Wayashabai, Lawa, Wayashakawa, Yashala, Al, Ra'ash, Hamata. Genesis chapter 48, verse 1. Wayahaya, Akaria, Hadabarium, Ha'ala, Wayamar, Laya Wasa, Hana, Abayat, Chala, Wayakwak, Shanya, Banyawa, Aimwa, Manasha, Apari, verse 2. Wayagad, La Yaikwa, Wayamar, Hana, Banak, Yawasap, Ba'a, Al-Ya, Waya Kazak, Yasha'ala, Wayashab, Al, Hamata. Verse 3. Wayamar, Yakwa, Al, Yawasap, Al, Shadia, Nara'a, Al-Ya, Balawazah, or Balawaz. Balawaz, Baratazah, Canaan, Waya Barak, Afiyah. Verse 4.
Let's start at verse 5.
Kind of the kind. Wayamar, Al-Ya, Hananya, Parak, Waharab Yathan, Wanathan, Danayak, Wanathan, Danayak. Right.
Right here?
Or yeah. Wanathathyak. Laquahal. Imiyam. Wanathan. That's not the same word.
Yeah.
So it's Wanathan.
That ain't the same word, but
it ain't got the cop.
It don't have it. It is the same word. It is the same word. Wanathathya.
Wanathathya. Okay. Wanathathya. Akazak. Walam. Verse 5. Last verse. 37. Wa'aitha. Shanya. Banayak. Hana. Waladyam. La. Baratazah. Matazarium. Bayat. Al-Ya, Matazaria, Ma, Laya, Hum, Aparium, Waman Nasha, Karawaban, Washamayawan, Yahayawa, Laya.
This is Genesis chapter 47. In verse 29. Verse 30. God, the water. This is Genesis chapter 47, verse 30. But I will lie with my fathers, and thou shalt carry me out of Egypt, and bury me in their burying place. And he said, I will do as thou hast said. Verse 31. And he said, swear unto me. And he sware unto him. And Israel bowed himself, Salakia, up on the bed's head. Verse 48. Salakia, chapter 48, verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that one told Joseph, behold, thy father is sick. And he took with him his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. So this is just briefly, for time's sake, this is Jacob or Israel's last moments on earth. He's knowing he's about to pass away, which is beautiful in the sight of the Most High God, in the sight of us in the Israelite School of UPK, to not be in such hell where you can live a long life and you can see your great-grandkids around you at your deathbed at 150 years old. Mm-hmm. That's beautiful, and that's the way it's going to be in the kingdom of heaven. And so Joseph, he took two of his two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh. Okay? Verse 2. And one told Jacob and said, behold, thy son Joseph cometh unto thee. And Israel, who is Jacob, Israel strengthened himself and sat upon the bed. And Jacob said unto Joseph, the Most High Almighty appeared unto me at Luz in the land of Canaan and blessed me, and said unto me, behold, I will make thee fruitful and multiply thee, and I will make of thee a multitude of people, and will give this land to thy seed after thee for an everlasting possession. Here's the precept you want for why Ephraim and Manasseh are on the 12 tribes of Israel chart and not Joseph. Okay, why? Because Ephraim and Manasseh blessed their father so much that they exceeded their father. So now their name is more prominent than Yahusap. Instead of it being a tribe of Yahusap, they're his sons, which is such a blessing if you're a father, to have sons that take over your family name. So now instead of it being Malak, it's my 4 boys. Instead of it being Yahusap, Joseph, it's Ephraim, Aparium, and Manasseh, who are the Ephraimites are the so-called Puerto Ricans today, and the Manassites are the so-called Cubans today. And they are from the tribe of Joseph. They're from the house of Joseph, which is Joseph is such a small house. They exceeded their father, so they are more prominent than him. And now they have their own tribe because their father wanted it that way. Everyone understand? And we're about to read the addition to what you want in your precept book to go into that. Why there's Ephraim and Manasseh and not Joseph. That was one of the questions I had fresh coming into the truth, because Joseph was one of Jacob's sons. Ephraim and Manasseh was a grandson. Well, this is going to explain it. Verse 5. And now thy two sons, verse 4, and said unto me, behold, I did read that. This is verse 5. And now thy two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee in the land of Egypt, before I came unto thee into Egypt, are mine, as Reuben and Simeon, they shall be mine. Who said that? Israel just said that. Israel's sons were Reuben and Simeon. Those were two of his boys. He took Ephraim and Manasseh as two of his sons, as a tribe instead of Joseph, because it's what Joseph wanted. And we know how we know it's what Joseph wanted, because we just read it in verse 2, 3, and 4. Now, verse 5, his father Israel, Jacob is speaking. And he said this, before I came unto thee into Egypt, are mine, as Reuben and Simeon, they shall be mine. So that's the precept you want for why Ephraim and Manasseh are on the 12 tribes chart, as opposed to Joseph. Just like Dan is such a small family that the children outgrew him. Joseph's children, they blessed his father so much they outgrew him. So now he wanted them to replace him for the blessing, which is an unselfish act. That's such an unselfish act. It's a selfless act, and it's beautiful. And that's what he wanted. So instead of me, my father blessing me, I said, no, take my sons, Pops, and bless them instead of me. Take them as your son, as my replacement. And that's just a beautiful thing, man. And that's what Joseph did. Yahweh did that with his sons. And so now his sons are the so-called Puerto Ricans and the so-called Cubans. That is who Ephraim and Manasseh are. Yeah, everyone understand? Go ahead, Elisha.
Come. This is Genesis chapter 48, verse 6 in the Hebrew. Wama Ashar Hawaladat Achariyahum Lat Yahayawa Al Sham Akyahum Yakwarawa Banakalakum. Verse 7. Wa'anya Babaya Padan Matha Alya Rakal Rataza Kanan Badarak Ba'aiwad it's like Kabara Arataza, it's like Rataza Laba'a Aparatha Wa Kwabara Sham Badarak Aparat Hawa'a, it's like Haiwa Baya Lacham. Verse 8. Wayara Yashala Banya Yawasa Wayamar Maya Allah. Verse 9. Wayamar Yawasa Al Abayawa Banya Hum Ashar Nathan Laya Al Yahum Baza Wayamar Kwakum Na'a Al Ya Wa Abaryakum. Verse 10. Wa'ayanya Yasha'ala Kabadwa Mazakwan La'a Yawakar Lara Awa Wayagash Atham Al Yawa Wayashak Lahum Wayakabak Lahum. Verse 11. Wayamar Yasha'ala Al Yawasab Ra'a Panya La'a Palalatya Wahana Hara'a Afya Al Yahum Gam Zarak. Verse 12. Waya Wataza'a Yawasa Atham Ma'ain Barakyawa Waya Shakawa La Apanyawa Arataza. Verse 13.
That's it. Verse 12 is it.
36.
Yeah, that's it. Should be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. Verse 12 is it.
6 and 12.
All right, this is Genesis chapter 48 and verse 6. And thy issue, which thou begettest after them, shall be thine, and shall be called after the name of their brethren and their inheritance. You see that? That's there you go. That's the precept. You got chapter 48 of Genesis, verses 2 through 6. That's the precept on how Ephraim and Manasseh gained their prominence as one of the two of the 12 tribes, as opposed to their father Joseph. So there you go. Verse 7. And as for me, when I came from Padan, Rachel died by me in the land of Canaan in the way, when yet there was but a little way to come unto Ephraim. And I buried her there in the way of Ephraim. The same is Bethlehem. And Israel beheld Joseph's sons, and said, Who are these? And Joseph said unto his father, They are my sons, whom God hath given me in this place. And he said, Bring them, I pray thee, unto me, and I will bless them. Verse 10. Now the eyes of Israel were dim for age, so that he could not see. And he brought them near unto him, and he kissed them, and embraced them. And Israel said unto Joseph, I had not thought to see thy face, and lo, the Most High hath showed me also thy seed. Verse 12. Salakia. And Joseph brought them out from between his knees, and he bowed himself with his face to the earth. And this is your last seven right here, Laisha.
Genesis chapter 48, verse 13 in the Hebrew. Wayakwak, Yabasap, Shana Yahom, Aparim, Bayamyawa, Mashama'al, Yasha'al, Manasha, Bashama'al, Mayamnim, Yasha'ala, Wayagash, Al Yawa. Verse 14. Wayashalak, Yasha'ala, Yam, Waya Sha, Ra'ash, Aparim, Wahawa'a, Hataza Ayar, Wa'a, Shama, Shama, Ra'ash, Manasha, Shakal, Yadayawa, Kaya, Manasha, Habakawar.
That's how you say that, Habakawar.
Verse 15, Waya Barak, Yawasa, Waya Amar, Halahaya Mashar, Hatha Halakwa, Abathya, Lapanyawa, Raham, Wayataza Kwak, Wayataza Kak, Halahayim, Harai, Athya, Ma'ai Wadia, Hayawam, Hazah. Verse 16. Hama La'ak, Haga'al, Athya, Makar, Ra'ai, Yabarak, Hana Ranyam, it's like Waya Quara, Baham, Shamya, Washam, Abathya, Abaraham, Waya Tazaqua, Waya Degadwa, Larab, Bakwara, Harataza. Verse 17. Waya Ra'ah, Yawasa, Kaya, Yash, Abayawa, Yad, Yanwa, Ra'ash, Aparim, Waya Ra'ai, Ba'ai Yanyawa, Waya Mak, Yad, Abayawa, Laha Sayar, Abda, Ma'ar, Ra'ash, Aparim, Ra'ash, Manashat. Verse 18.
Yes, you got 19. So
19. Wayamar, Yawasap, Abayawal, Khan, Abaya, Kayaza, Habakar, Shanyam, Yam, Yanak, Ra'ashwa. Verse 19. Waya Ma'an, Abayawa, Wayamar, Yada'athya, Banya, Yada'athya, Gam, Hawa'a, La'ain, Wagam, Hawa'a, Yagadal, Wa'awa, Walden, Awalon, Akiwa, Hakwa, Tan, Yagadal, Mamanawa, Wazara, Iwa, Ya, Mala'a, Hagawa, Yom.
Right, this is supposed to be on the cover. Too late now. Right?
Oh, yeah, I noticed.
God, Salakia, you done?
Yeah, that's 19.
Okay.
That's 19.
This is Genesis chapter 48 and verse 13. And Joseph took them both, Ephraim in his right hand toward Israel's left hand, and Manasseh in his left hand towards Israel's right hand, and brought them near unto him. And Israel stretched out his right hand and laid it upon Ephraim's head, who was the younger, and his left hand upon Manasseh's head, guiding his hands wittingly, for Manasseh was the firstborn. And he blessed Joseph and said, the Most High, before whom my fathers Abraham and Isaac did walk, the Most High which fed me all my life long unto this day, the angel which redeemed me from all evil, bless the lads, and let my name be named on them, and the name of my fathers Abraham and Isaac, and let them grow into a multitude in the midst of the earth. Verse 17, and when Joseph saw that his father laid his right hand upon the head of Ephraim, it displeased him, and he held up his father's hand to remove it from Ephraim's head unto Manasseh's head. And Joseph said unto his father, not so, my father, for this is the firstborn. Put thy right hand upon his head. And his father refused and said, I know it, my son, I know it. He also shall become a people. See, this is heavy. See, Jacob, he's trying to Yaquab his dad. He's trying to Yaquab. Jacob is like, Israel's like, nah, man, I know who is who. Don't try to fool me like my grandmother did my grandfather. Remember, that's what Isaac, his father, did. That's what Isaac did, or was it? It was, yeah, no.
Isaac.
It was Isaac, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Isaac, no, it was Jacob and Esau. Esau, but yeah, it was, yep. The father. That's what his mom, Jacob's mother, Rachel, did to his father Isaac. See, Esau was going to get the blessing from Isaac, but Rachel said, no, I want this boy to do it. So Jacob, she put some hair on his hand, and y'all know the story, man. And we went over it a few months ago. And she Yaquabbed Rachel, and that was the Lord's will. This nigga can't Yaquab his dad. He's like, no, I know. He said, I know it, my son. Yeah, I know it. I know who's who. And he did it on purpose. You understand? And the reason why the Bible said Joseph was displeased, because he wanted that son, Manasseh, to receive the blessing, and he wanted Ephraim and not Manasseh, but both of them received the blessing. Meaning, he wanted the oldest to get the oldest blessing and the youngest to get the youngest blessing, but Jacob knew that this was from the Most High. He's on his deathbed, and this is from the Lord. Don't worry. He's pretty much saying, like, don't worry. This is the Lord's will. This son, they both going to get a blessing. I'm praying that both of them be blessed by the Most High, for both of them to be prominent nations that multiply and exceed and do great things in the earth. And Joseph, okay, no sweat. All right, just so everybody understands what just took place. And this is verse 19, the last verse. And his father refused and said, I know it, my son, I know it. He also shall become a people, and he also shall be great. But truly his younger brother shall be greater than he, and his seed shall become a multitude of nations. Right in front of with that, I imagine this us up here, which is black and Hispanic talk, right? That's black and Hispanic, so black and Hispanic right there. Right. You understand? Sar. You got it? Sar.
La Yashala.
La Yashala. Sar. 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 Alright, I imagine everyone stand. Alright, we'll put up and down, which means to rise and face the east. We're going to start with the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Alright? You already facing these Elisha. Somebody Elisha school. You too.
I'm getting hit these chairs.
Okay. I was about to say, yeah, you do it right there. You do it right there. Alright? We're going to start with the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Alright?
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Can you see it?
Right there, Swap. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayat, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakah, Batazai, Hayat, Aisha, Baratazai, Hayat, Hashemayim, Lakam, Paul, Yawam, Wasalachna, Abiyadna, Ball, Shayna, Mayan, Kayah, Malakwa,
in English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Our daily bread. This is glare on here for me too. Salakia. And forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
The power in the Hebrew, Yahweh.
You good right there?
Kind of.
Okay.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua. Babakusha. Nathanael. Kak. La'pa'ah. We'll call my wife. Hakat. Tahar. Hamatazariah. Hakat. Lahaku. Hamafia.
Hakat. Tama'ala. Ba'ashem Yahushua.
In English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Please give us the power. The power to heal all men of sickness and all men of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against the clean spirits. Cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
The prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Barak support. Ba'ashem Yahushua.
What we just said in the English with Yahweh in the name of Yahweh. Bless us and Israel in the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones in the name of Yahweh. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Ashai. Ayani. Ahahari. Mayan. Izari. Yahweh. Aishah. Shemaiah. Baharatazah. Ayatham. Anawat. Gal. Al-Yanawam. Shamar. Hanah. Yanawam. Yashan. Shawamor. Yasha'al. Yahweh. Shamar. Yahweh. Tazal. Al-Yah. Yamnik. Yabamah. Hashemash. La'ah. Wayarah. Yahweh. Yashamar. Kalrah.
Salaki. Yashamarka.
Yashamarka. Makalrah. Yashamar. Afnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'at. Aman.
In English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. From this time forth, and even forevermore. So be it.
This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Al-Hayy. Al-Dami Al-Harash. Al-Shaqwa. It's like Al. Kayahana. Al-Yabika. Yahamayawan. Onashanai. Nasha'awa. Al-Ainika. Yariyam. Sawa. Ayatayai Tazawa. Altazap Hawandik. Amawa. Kawa. Kakira. Magoya. Azakal. Sham Yashal. Ayah. Tazawa. Ayaka. Yakarafa. Wadawam. Yashima'al. Ball. Al-Shah, Tazawu, Gamashu, Melawa, Ayman, Zorawat, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Hamadi, Kasayasara, Yabi, Banahar, Yashwan, Eshamadi, Bayanda, Laman, Dama, Shayatam, Diablo, Kazabana, all the say a come, a short, a wah, a rashad,
you see it?
No, do it right there. So why? Tabahalam, Malai, Panyaham, Kawan, Way of Question, God, Yahweh, Basha, Way of
Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from the nation. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against the tabernacles of Egypt. And the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Baal, and Amalek, Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asa also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of life. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, and the brook of Kassan, which perished in Endor, and became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a red, and Isaiah, yea, all their princes as a and as a moon, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh, O my power, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as a fire burns the wood, and as a flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy stone. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded, and trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame, and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone, is Yahweh, art the Most High, over all earth. So be it.
The prayer, the blessings of the power scripture in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Yaka'ala. Wa Al-Hayy.
Wa Al-Hayy.
Wa Tazabiyah.
Wa Tazabiyah.
Al-Waqyahan.
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 Ha-Saranyan.
Ha-Saranyan.
Ha-Katazayanyan.
Ha-Katazayanyan.
Ha-Kayayayan.
Ha-Kayayayan.
Wa-Al-Waqyahan.
Wa-Al-Waqyahan.
Yahweh. Wa Shem Yahweh Shah.
Wa Shem Yahweh Shah.
Wa Ra'aman.
Wa Ra'aman. In English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Michael.
And
the angels. The man in general, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you. So be it. Saw, which means to turn. Men of Israel, gird thy loins and prepare to salute the Torah. Saw. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, yeah. Saw. Here, you can put it down.
You scoop
it
back some.
Scoot over to you right just a little bit. There you go. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Armanu Shabbat, and Michael, Barak,
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Brakatam.
I should have said a thumb too. Sisters, no, that was me, that was my fault. Sisters, I imagine which means to stand. Sar, face the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak,
Yahweh Shema, Lakamba, Shem Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Matai, class dismissed. 7 service dismissed.